This is This Guy Journal. Expect that we're going to talk about people, food, places, and events happening all over the world that affect our lives. Better to be well informed and gain knowledge because they said that knowledge is power. Let us empower ourselves in our everyday lives. I guarantee you that you will gain knowledge in watching the videos we will present in this channel. Please click the subscribe button and ring the bell to update you with the Child Safety in Motor Vehicle Act law approves through Congress, signed and endorsed by Congresswoman Gloria Arroyo and Senator Tito Soto, and signed into law by President Duterte in February 22, 2019, while the implementing rules and regulation was approved last December 23, 2019. Under the law, private vehicles owners must use child restraint system for child aged 12 and below, with height of up to 150 centimeters or 4 feet and 11 inches to ensure their safety and prevent traffic-related deaths and injuries. The law guidelines does not allow children to be on the front seat unless they are in the booster seat. For children, adjust the child's seating height and position to allow the seatbelt to be properly harnessed, affording the child adequate protection in case of an accident. Road safety deaths can be considered a silent pandemic declared by government authorities, which I think is an exaggeration compared to COVID-19 pandemic. To be sure, the car child seat law can lessen child fatalities in car accidents. But what of the rest of the non-car riding public? The law has yet to address passenger and driver safety in public utility vehicles like buses, jeepneys, and tricycles, and even school buses. As seen and observed on the roads, how multiple passengers ride motorcycles, jeepneys, and buses. We are like seeing circus shows on the roads. This pandemic season, with children below 15 years old prohibited from public places, including the nation's streets, the call by lawmakers and other sectors for the postponement of the law's implementation makes sense. Likewise, at a time when unemployment rates are soaring and with many businesses and enterprises shuttered, the required purchase of a car seat can prove to be a real drain on a family's straitened finances. Senators have cited how many citizens have expressed concerns and confusion regarding the certification of car seats by the LTO to make sure these comply with as yet unpublicized standards. Certification is required even for car seats that had been bought before the law was passed. Given Filipinos' experience with government requirements that end up lining the pockets of officials who for a fee will modify or ignore rules outright, the public can be forgiven for reacting with cynicism and suspicion. Just recall the many foolish requirements recently enforced and later rescinded in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis, including unwieldy and unsafe barriers between drivers and riders of motorcycles and vision-impairing face shields for bicycle riders. Lawmakers also noted that the Department of Trade and Industry, Bureau of Philippine Standards, has yet to issue a list of car seats, brands, and models that meet the technical regulations or the product certificate of car seats. The LTO has yet to comply with the establishment and accreditation of fitting stations to ensure that the car seats are properly fitted and installed. In fact, the LTO-NCR has admitted that the agency is still in the process of training officers on the proper installation of child car seats. I wonder if they have enough personnel to do this kind of job with the millions of vehicles needing child car seats. Expect a lot of confusion in its implementation. While well-intentioned and motivated by public good, the child car seat law is being subverted by the sloppy work of government agencies tasked to implement it. What are the penalties of child car seat law violations? Violating the law will incur these penalties. First offense, 1,000 pesos. Second offense, 2,000 pesos. Third and succeeding offenses, 5,000 and or 12-month suspension of driver's license. Any manufacturer, distributor, importer, retailer, and seller who violates Section 6 and 7 of this Act shall be punished with a fine of not less than 50,000 pesos but not more than 100,000 pesos for each and every child restraint system product manufactured, distributed, imported, and or without prejudice to the other penalties imposed under the Republic Act 7394 or the Consumer Act of the Philippines. Any driver who allows the use of substandard and or expired child restraint system or permits the use of child restraint system that does not bear the PS mark or the ICC sticker and certificate shall be fined 1,000 pesos for the first time, 3,000 pesos for the second offense, and 5,000 pesos and the suspension of the driver's license for a period of 1 year for the third and succeeding offenses. Tampering, alteration, forgery, and imitation of the PS. The law does not cover tricycle and motorcycle. When are children exempted from sitting on car seats inside a moving vehicle? During medical emergencies, and if the child has a medical or developmental condition. Child car seats are being used for a long time in Western countries with their much bigger cars compared to local cars. They have much wider and longer roads that car speeds are much faster. Road signages are adequate that guide drivers in their journey and avoid accidents. Car passengers are much less, about 1 to 4 person per car on the average. Compared to the local condition, many motorists have small local cars, only enough to accommodate 4 persons that it is impossible to fit in the car seat. We have much bigger number of family members. When we go out of the house, we include the whole family, from grandparents, uncles, cousins, children, friends, and many others, as if we're going to a vacation tour. Our families are closely knit that no one should be left behind. We are happy if everybody is there with us in our travel. Prices of child car seats are also very high, and it is beyond the average income of local motorists, ranging from 3,000 to 30,000 pesos. At these prices, we cannot expect that we can buy them immediately. Is there any alternative for these car seats? The answer is yes. They are much cheaper seatbelt, pillow, and straps that can almost guarantee the children protection at much cheaper prices ranging from 200 pesos to 800 pesos. These seat belt pillows can be made locally to be more affordable, at the same time giving employment to many local sewers. The law on child car seat is already a law and need to be implemented sooner or later unless repealed by lawmakers. Every law has a corresponding penalty that will teach us to obey the law. It will be inconvenient for us if we are stopped by local enforcers. It is a tragic too if accidents do happen. Better at this time that we save money to buy this child car seat. Pinoys are very positive people. We keep on reinventing new things in life. Observe how we ride on top of the jeepneys and tricycles. We don't care if accidents happen. In our next video episode, we are going to discuss about various COVID-19 vaccines recently being used worldwide. Various vaccines are now available against COVID-19. Which vaccine are good for us? Its characteristics, how it works in our body, side effects, availability, and many others. Please do subscribe and ring the bell to update you in our next video.